the video you'll see now will have basically two parts to it, kind of. So the first part of it I recorded maybe 8 months ago, I think, when it was raining around here. So I had to basically dig a hole in the ground near my sump tank, since water was going around there and filling around it and basically pushing the sides of the sump tank. So that's going to be the first part, basically showing that and what I initially did, which was digging the hole and then just scooping it out. So now I was able to get a big pipe, the same pipe that you saw in my media grow bed that I did recently, that big 12-inch pipe, which is what I'm going to use as well, and stick a piece in the ground. So that's pretty much what you'll see in this video. I have this hole right down here, which I actually made during the winter. The purpose was to be able to drain the water, because what would happen, it would rain, and since this sump tank over here is like the lowest point, all the water would come down towards here, and then it would push the sides of the IBC tote, which is in there, inward, and basically tip over my pump. So I'll show you videos of that, but right now what I'm going to do is actually make this hole bigger and put a pipe in here that I got recently. So I didn't have this before, otherwise I would have done it, but I got this big pipe. I'll show you cutting and drilling these holes, but this pipe I'll basically stick in there, so I have to make that hole bigger, a lot bigger, and then put rocks around this area and stick this pipe in there. So this would be like what I will use to just basically suck up all that water that gets drawn down into this point over here. You can see my sump tank is bulging at the bottom, and on the sides you can see some water there because of the rain. So what I'm going to do is dig a hole in the back and pump it out. So I'll do that right now. For removing the water from my sump, or beneath my sump, I'm going to use this pond shooter, this pool shooting water thing, since I don't have it set up to put a pump down there yet. So I'll use this to take the water out. It will take some time, but that is how I'll do it for now, and then later on I will put a pipe down there to set it up for an actual pump. So I'll show you how I'm doing that right now though. So using this thing was pretty much a terrible idea. It took forever to do and didn't really much go anywhere, and then in the end it broke anyways, so didn't really do anything. Switching over to using a cup was a lot better and a lot nicer, saved a lot of time and took out a lot more water. I got my whole arm dirty and everything, but it was a lot faster job. You can see here the hole that I dug. That water comes there because I left it for some time, but you can see my liner on the side there. So I put that liner around my IBC tote to protect it from dirt and water from getting into around the IBC tote. But I think in fact water got into the pond liner and now it doesn't drain. So I think that's the reason why I have so much water in there. So what I'm gonna have to do is cut a hole at the bottom there, and hopefully it starts to drain, and then it can start working. So right now I just have this pump in there, like so. I'll show you that. But then on this side you can kind of make it out. You see the darker level in the IBC tote? That is actually where the water is. So right now I'm lucky I have enough water in here that the pump didn't tip over. So that is good. So now I'll drain it. But still have to work on a better system for that, because unfortunately I live on a hill, so all the water basically comes down to this point because it is much lower. So to drain it, what I do now is just let me plug this in. Plug in a pump, and then it starts to go out the aquaponic system, or out the greenhouse. So right now I'll show you the second part of this video. It's basically what I did recently, which was just digging that hole bigger and sticking the pipe in there, which I won't be able to show you how I use it yet since it's not going to rain. I guess I could fill it up with water, but don't really want to do that. So when it starts to rain again, I'll show you it working, and we're basically sticking a pump in there and sucking the water out. It's relatively simple. Here are the little pieces from drilling those 240 holes in that pipe right there. I just finished digging that hole. That took some time. I couldn't really record the whole thing since it is quite hot today and my phone kept overheating, but I'll show you the hole right now. Just finished it. Had to go upstairs to get the camera. Got to put the pipe in and some other things, but the hole is right there. So here you can see I finished it. It's pretty deep. I just stick my whole head down there just to scoop out everything. So now time to put this in there and then fill around it with gravel and some at the bottom. Here you can see it is finished. I have the pipe in there with all the holes around it. Have some rocks at the bottom, rocks all around the side. I can't really show you it working unless I put water in there myself, but in like 8 months or 6 months, whenever it starts to rain again, I can show that working. But you'll see how I had it before in the video, or have seen that already. So that's all for this video. It was just a simple video of me digging this hole and putting this pipe in there. It's a 12-inch pipe. Basically the purpose of this is just to drain water when it rains, which will be like in 8 months, so that my IBC tote doesn't collapse in. If you haven't done so already, remember to give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for watching.